Growing up, my mom always told me that I was a very messy person. And after a while, I like owned it. I was like, yeah, I am messy. I don't make my bed. I don't see the point. I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to come back and sleep in there anyways. Who cares? But once I moved out and once I had control over my own space, I actually came to realize I'm a freakishly neat person. I have extremely high standards of how I want my place to be. It needs to be clean. I am a great cleaner. I have like a whole system of how I approach cleaning days. I do a closing shift every night before I go to bed where I set my timer to 30 minutes and I tidy my apartment as much as I can within those 30 minutes. I wash the dishes, etc. And it's one of the best things I implemented in my life. Tuesdays are the day I like clean the bathroom. I do like a deep clean of the kitchen. I shake out the rug. I vacuum like every crevice and I have like a method to my madness. And it's not because of my mom. My mom didn't teach me how to clean. I had to learn how to clean from YouTube. I watched Clean My Space. I watched all that girl's videos. She taught me how to clean a toilet. I remember her how to clean a toilet video had like 5 million views or something in 2014. So it made me feel better knowing that 5 million other people also never learned how to clean a toilet. So we were all trying to figure this out together. My mom called me messy and she would shit on me for like not helping her clean, but like she also didn't want me to help her. Like she got some pride in like being the person that like took care of me, but then she also resented me for it. And like, I was really good at listening to instructions. Like if she told me how to do it and told me like every Monday and Wednesday you need to be doing this, this, and this, I would have done it. But she just wanted me to like figure it out on my own, and I was a kid. Like that wasn't gonna happen. But all that to say, also, like when I would try to do things, like I knew that I wanted to move out for university. So I remember when I was like 17, I was like, I'm going to do my own laundry from now on. She like refused to show me how and I had to like figure it out on my own. So my mom was weird in that sense, but she would always say that I was messy, I was lazy, I was dirty. So I thought I was those things. Your mom tells you, she points out all your flaws. You think like I just owned it. I was like, yeah, I am. I don't fold my clothes, I don't make my bed, I don't know how to clean the sink, like whatever. Like it's not my problem. When I moved out, I kind of, when I had a roommate, I made sure to make sure the common areas were clean, but it like was a really overwhelming thing for me. Like I just, because of anxiety, like I just made it this like really awful task that I had to do every day, but I would do it. And my room, which was just my space, would be super messy. But as I got older and I like found my rhythm and cleaning wasn't so overwhelming anymore, I actually turned into the biggest clean freak. Like I'm cleaner than my mom is now. And even more than that, like I'm not a minimalist by any means, but I really prescribe to the thought of, things need to have their place. Marie Kondo, like you should only have items that spark joy. I don't like clutter. I I frequently do big deep cleans and ask myself if I really need stuff and I sell things, whatever. So I came to realize your house is like your head. When your house is clean, it sets you up for peace in your mind. Like if you're already an anxious person and then your house is also messy, like you're just gonna feel on edge all day until your house is clean. Then maybe you can start to untangle your thoughts. And then secondly, making your bed specifically is like the first thing you do for yourself. It's like the first gift you give yourself in a day. And when you come back home, like after work or like after a long day out, and you see that your bed is made, it just feels nice. It's the first gift you give your future self. Making your bed, making sure, like dusting out the bottom of the bed where your feet go, so that like your bed stays clean, shaking out your pillows, arranging everything. It just sets a foundation for how your day is going to go. That's like the third thing. It's the first promise you keep to yourself. It's the first gift you're giving your future self. It's you taking steps towards keeping your head clean. It sets up a foundation of how the rest of your day is going to go. When you make your bed, you're likely going to drink more water. You're likely going to eat your dinner. You're likely going to do the dishes. Like you're setting yourself up to do all the other good things for yourself. When you make your bed, you're more likely to become someone who's going to floss. And that's why I do it now. Like, I wish I could go back to my younger self who took pride in not making their bed. And I wish I could give them a hug. And I wish I could tell them all these things and to say, I'm not judging you. You don't have to make your bed if you don't want to, but this is what you stand to gain when you do. You don't think of it as a big deal, but you're setting up dominoes to just make your life a little bit easier. Like, I always talk about the bag of rocks, but your bag of rocks becomes a lot less heavy when you make your bed. And it's not going to be like life-changing. It fixes everything, but it's a small thing that makes a difference. When I finally implemented the closing shifts into my daily life, now when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I can start this day fresh. I'm not starting this morning by having to clean up yesterday's mess. It's like another gift I'm giving my future self. Decluttering your visual space is like the first step in decluttering your mind. And when you're like an anxious person, you're dealing with a lot of mental health stuff, it just makes the biggest difference. It's just one less thing to worry about. It's one less thing in your bag of rocks. And how nice is that?